All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Brendan from Repo Man, and I want to make a little addendum video. Before I get started, there's some stuff over here to my left. If you wouldn't mind doing some or all of that, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so first off, if you've been recording for a long time, you probably don't need to watch this video. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Um, this is more geared toward um, the complete beginner. Repo Man is a super DIY band, and so if other people want to do, the DIY writing music and recording thing, I want this to be kind of a tutorial for those people, the ones just getting started. Anyway, so let's get into it. Last weekend, I made a video that was a mix breakdown on our new song, which is called Song About You. And I covered a lot of stuff really quick, and I really glossed over a lot of stuff. Again, for somebody who's been recording a long time, a lot of that stuff will make sense immediately. But for somebody that's just starting out, some of that may have been a little confusing, specifically the topic of sidechain delay on Mike's vocal. So I wanted to do something a little more concise regarding that topic. So what I've done is I've created a stem of the bed, which is just the music with no vocals. And then I created a mono stem of Mike's vocal, and that sounds like this. And again, I'm dealing with stems, so the music might be a little loud. Let's bring that down. I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. That's probably good enough. I want to make sure that the vocal is loud enough so you can hear what I'm demonstrating here. Okay, so the gray channel over here on the far left, that is the bed. This green channel right here is Mike's vocal. And then this yellow one here is delay, and I have that muted right now. And I'm going to turn my volume up a little bit here in the studio. Okay, so if I turn this delay on, you're going to hear that it's really overpowering. I could write a song about you. I could write a song. So that's a 5-tap ping pong delay. And if you don't know what that means, that's fine. I don't really want to focus on that, but I want to go ahead and mute the bed really quick and just play the vocal with that delay. I could write a song about you. Now you can tell that's a lot of delay. Now, what I can do is since it's on another channel over here, I can turn down that delay. I could write a song about you. And then I could raise the level to taste. I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. And the thing is, I'd like it to be a little louder than that. I could write a song about you. So the reason for that is that when he gets to the last word, which is you, I'd love for the delay to kind of ring out right there. But unfortunately, if I have it this loud, I could write a song about you. It stomps on the rest of the vocal. So this is where I would use a sidechain delay. So I'm going to show you how I do that right now. I've got a couple of sends set up. I'm going to go ahead and delete those so you can see the whole process. Okay, the first thing we need to do is send signal to this delay channel. This is a parallel delay channel. And you might ask, well, Brendan, why not put the delay right on the vocal channel and then adjust the mix? I have the delay plugin visible here. If we were gonna put this right on the vocal channel, okay, so this is the plugin that's on the vocal channel now. If I have that on there, I have an actual wet and dry control, so I can adjust the volume of the delay. Now, remember, we're focusing on this. We're focusing, I'm sorry. Here we go. We're focusing on this plugin right now. If I roll this, you're going to hear the delay because this plugin is right on the delay channel. You can see it right there on that insert. I could ride. And then with these mix controls over here, I can turn down the wet, which is the delay. I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. So that does serve the same purpose as having the delay on another channel that you can just mix in. However, it doesn't allow us to do what I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to delete that plugin. And now I want to look at using a parallel delay. That's the first thing. We're going to set up a parallel delay, and then we're going to set up the sidechain component of it. And that's where this is going to get really interesting. Okay. So I'm in Reaper. If you're in Pro Tools, you'll just set up a send. If you're in Studio One or Logic, you know, there's slightly different methods to do this in every different DAW. Just get on YouTube and research setting up a send to another channel in your particular DAW. It's a really basic concept, and it's something you'll use constantly. So I would encourage you to learn how to do it, even if you're not going to use it for what I'm going to show you today. But in Reaper, you just grab this route icon and you drag it to the channel you want to go to. So you can see when I hover over this channel, there's a little 1/4" jack that appears. So I just drop that on this channel, and now I have a send, and you can see that it's going from audio 1 and 2, which is the output of the green channel, to audio 1 and 2 of the receiving channel, which is this yellow one right here. And that is our delay channel. And so now that I have that set up, I have my parallel delay. I could write a song about you. I could write. And the proof that that is working is that, A, we can see the meter right here. I could write a song about you. And also, if we mute this channel, the delay goes away. I could write a song about you. Okay, so that's the first thing. Again, we have this problem where at the end of a phrase, the delay sounds exactly like I want it to. I could write a song. So after song, it echoes, right? But while he's singing, it's stomping on the vocal. I could write a song about you. I could write a song. So now we're going to set up what is the sidechain component of it. And in order to understand that, we need to understand what a sidechain is. So a compressor or a gate or an upward expander or any dynamics processor is going to have what's called a sidechain or a detector input. Even a hardware compressor, not all of them, unfortunately, but some do. A really budget-friendly one would be like an Alesis 3630. That has a sidechain input on the back. And you can do this exact same thing in hardware mode, although it's kind of a pain because you would need to set up a patch bay and everything else. In the digital world, it's a lot easier. Unfortunately, in Reaper, it's a little confusing. So over here, this is our compressor plugin, okay? And down here, we have detector input. And right now, we have that set to main input. That is 1 and 2. You remember when we set the send and receive up, it was going from 1 and 2, which is the output of the green channel, to the inputs 1 and 2 of the yellow channel, and that would be your main inputs. We don't want that. We're going to set up a new send, so I'm going to grab this icon and drag it over. We're going out of 1 and 2 from the green channel into 1 and 2 of the yellow channel, just like the other send, but now we want to change the input on the yellow channel to be 3 and 4. And I want you to watch this meter that we were looking at earlier, because where before it only had 2 vertical graphs, now it has 4. So watch this. I could write a song about you. I could write. Okay, so we've got 4 inputs there. We're going to go up to our compressor, which again, this is that plugin. And I know these plugins are not very great looking. These are the stock Reaper plugins, but they're cool because you can see everything and they have everything very clearly labeled. I'm going to change the detector input to auxiliary inputs. So that's now our input 3 and 4 that this is set to. And now if I roll this, you can see right here the input on inputs 3 and 4. I could write a song about you. And over here is our threshold. So we're going to set a ratio of, I don't know, a pretty high ratio. Let's say 10 to 1. I could write. And then we're going to drag this ratio down. And I want you to watch this meter over here. I could write. So now, whenever he's singing, you can see the compression happen over here. I could write a song. If I raise the ratio a little bit, you'll see that it's pumped. I could write a song about you. I could write a song. So that's how much it's turning down what's coming through the compressor, right? So when I hit play, it's going down to like almost negative 60 dB. I could write a song about you. And what you'll notice is that while he's singing, it's super dry. And then when I hit stop, the delay comes back. I could write a song about you. I could write. You hear that? Okay, so now we need to change our attack and release a little bit. 3 milliseconds on the attack is probably pretty good. Let's go down to like, I don't know, 30, sure. I could write. And I could write. We want to make sure that this is never bottoming out, right? We don't want it to be like this. I could write a song. So we're going to make sure that it's just going down to the bottom and never bottoming out. I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. And I'm fine tuning that by adjusting the threshold. So now we can set our delay level right here. And then as Mike's singing, it'll duck the delay. But then when he stops singing, the delay will ring out. So I'm going to go to a later part of this vocal phrase. I could write a song about you. 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 Okay, so that sounds pretty good. The problem is that now the release is way too fast, right? You can hear it really, whoops, I hit the mic. Sorry, everybody. You can hear it really swoop in when he gets done with a word. So we're going to change this now. We're going to double it, go up to 60-ish. I could write a song about you. It's probably still a little much. Let's go up to 90. I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. I could write a song. Probably still a little much. Let's go like 120. I could write. And then we probably could turn this down ever so slightly. I could write a song about you. All right, so now if I turn the music back on.
I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you. I could write a song.
Okay, so in review, we have a parallel delay chain set up. That is another fader with a delay plugin on it. You can see that right here on this insert. And then we have a compressor after it. After it, the delay has to feed into the compressor. Okay, so we've got a send here going from 1 and 2 of the green track, which is our vocal, or the green fader rather, going to the yellow channel, which is our delay channel. It's going from the outputs of the green channel on 1 and 2 to the inputs of the yellow channel on 1 and 2, and that is what's feeding our delay. And then again, the compressor is after the delay, and it is being fed by a different send that's going out of 1 and 2 of the vocal channel and going into 3 and 4, which are our auxiliary inputs on the yellow channel. And then we have our detector input on the compressor, which is this plugin, set to auxiliary inputs. And that means that the compressor is reacting to a completely dry signal from the vocal channel, not going through the delay. So this is different than if you just put a compressor after the delay being fed by the delay. That wouldn't do the same thing. We need a completely dry signal feeding the detector or the side chain of the compressor, and that is why we set up a second send going to the auxiliary inputs of the yellow channel, and that's why we have our side chain or our detector input set to aux. Then we have our attack set to something pretty quick, like 3 milliseconds. We have our release set to taste. In this case, it's 120 milliseconds or so, a really high ratio, like 10 to 1. You can mess around with these controls to your liking, but that is how sidechain delay works. And again, I'm going to mute the music so you can hear that again.
I could write a song about you.
When he's singing, you'll see the compressor go all the way down to minus 60 dB.
I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you.
And with the music,
I could write a song about you. I could write a song about you.
okay, so again, if you're just starting out, hopefully this is helpful to you. If you watched the last video and that part of the video was confusing and now it's clearer, well then I've done what I set out to do. Again, if you will do me a favor and take care of this stuff that you're seeing to my left right now, I'd really appreciate that. And we'll talk to y'all again soon. Thanks for watching.